टॉपिक है वो यूनिफॉर्म कॉन्टिन्यूटी है। यूनिफॉर्म कॉन्टिन्यूटी ये एक्चुअली कॉन्टिन्यूअस का हायर वर्जन है। If you are talking about the definition of the uniform continuity, which shows that the uniform continuity is a property of the function of an interval or in a set, but the continuity is the property of the function at a point, right? If you're talking about an uniform continuity, then you can talk about an interval. But if you're talking about the continuity, you can talk about a point. Maybe you can talk about an interval, but generally we can talk about means in case of interval, you can refer as a uniform continuity. So this is expressed by saying that the continuity of the function is a local property, while uniform continuity of a function is the global property. Let me tell you what is the meaning of the uniform continuity, right? So before going to proceed, the definition of the uniform continuity, uh, let me tell about the some short definitions of the interval. What exactly the meaning of the interval is? You know that interval may be an closed, maybe open, maybe semi-open, whatever you can take like an interval, right? So suppose the function is in the form of fi to r, and we can claim that this function is said to be a uniform continuous on that particular interval I if corresponding to a pre-assigned positive epsilon, there exists a positive delta such that for any 2 point you can take out, for any 2 point, right, x1 and x2, which belongs to I. So x2 minus x1, which is less than delta, this implies the modulus of fx2 minus fx1, which is less than epsilon. So you can give to me that the value of epsilon, I can give you a delta. This is the, suppose if you give in epsilon is equal to 1, I give you a delta. So if this exists, then this automatically exists in nature, right? So uh, this is the basically definition, which is very important because this is the formal definitions at all. Let me tell you, I'm giving you lots of taste via which you can claim like the whether the function is given to which is uniform continuous or not, continuous or not. So there are lots of taste in it, right? बहुत सारे टेस्ट आपको देखने को मिलेंगे, पर उसके पहले आप ये डेफिनेशंस को काफी बढ़िया तरीके से समझो। सपोज मैं कुछ एग्जांपल आपको बताता हूँ। देखो जैसे एफ एक्स इज इक्वल टू साइन एक्स है ना, और मान लो कोई इंटरवल मैं ले लेता हूँ कुछ भी ले लो, माइनस इन्फिनिटी से इन्फिनिटी ले लो, पूरे रियल नंबर ले लो आप, ठीक है ना। एक तो तरीका है, तो तुम कहोगे कि ये फंक्शन जो है वो पीरियोडिक है, तो पीरियोडिक अगर जो फंक्शन होता है रियल नंबर पर, तो उसे कह देते हैं कि वो यूनिफॉर्म कॉन्टिन्यूअस होता है। ये एक तरीके से हो सकता है, ये रिजल्ट है, ठीक है। रिजल्ट को हम लोग प्रूव भी कर लेंगे, बट हम लोग डेफिनेशन से देखते हैं बिकॉज डेफिनेशन काफी इंपॉर्टेंट होता है कई बार। सपोज मेरे को ये क्लेम करना है whether this function is uniform continuous or not. How can we claim it, right? अप्रोच आप देखो, समझो अप्रोच क्या हो सकता है। सपोज any k belonging to R, any k, any, I'm choosing any number from the real number, right? Any number from the real number. Then for all x belongs to R, any x which is belongs to R, the modulus of fx minus fk, which is equal to sin x minus sin k. I'm just putting the value of fk, right? Suppose fx is equal to sin x now. So in place of x we put k, so sin k is there, right? So sin x minus sin k, this is equal to sin c minus sin d. What is the formula of this? We know the formula of sin x minus c upon 2 cos x plus c upon 2, right? So which is less than 2 sine x minus c upon 2, right? Because since sin x modulus which is less than equal to modulus of x for all x belongs to real, we can know that because this is the basic concept of the class 12 level, right? So let us choose epsilon greater than 0, then for all x belongs to R, we satisfying x minus c less than epsilon. We shows that fx minus fc whole modulus which is less than epsilon, whatever you choose k belong, you can say like in k, right? So whatever k belongs to R may be, right? So this shows fx is equal to sin x on real number is uc. So this is the very fundamental definitions and the formal definitions of the uniform continuity. Once you can catch up the definitions of the uniform continuity, it will easier to show you whatever you given the function, you clearly shows that all the approach. But in case of like ZTET examination, uh, or net examination, or you can say like an UPSC examination and gate examination, and there are lots of type of like examination if you're talking about, then you cannot go with via these definitions because this can take a lot of time. So what you can do that this case, you can take a different type of what I am saying, different types of I mean different types of cases you can apply in it, right? I'm giving an examples of the different type of case in by which you can claim like whether the function is uniform continuity continuous or not. Let me tell you one thing is that, right? I'm just showing it. Remember, if the function is fluctuating about the y-axis, any fluctuating, right, then function is not uc. Remember always. Second, if the function is parallel to the x-axis, then you can claim like function is uniform continuous. This is very brutal and a very fantastic result. If a function is periodic in nature, if a function is periodic in nature on real number and continuous on R, then you can claim like this function is UC on R. And lots of definitions, like you can say like if a function f is continuous on a closed interval a, sorry, means closed a comma infinity, where infinity is an open and limit at infinity will be existed, and you can claim like that f is uniform continuity as a comma infinity. So lots of taste in it, right? So I believe that yeah, you know the definitions of the uniform continuity, and you can claim like lots of function whether it is uniform continuous or not. काफी कुछ पढ़ना होता है इन सब चीजों में, काफी डेप्थ जाना पड़ता है। आप एक बार चीजों को समझ लोगे ना, एनालाइज कर लोगे, तो आप बेहतर तरीके से चीजों को समझ सकते हो। आप ये चीज थोड़ा ध्यान रख लेना कि अगर फंक्शन कॉन्टिन्यूअस है और फंक्शन बाउंडेड है, तो वो यूनिफॉर्म कॉन्टिन्यूटी कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि होगा। फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं बता दूं, एफ एक्स इज इक्वल टू साइन एक्स स्क्वायर ले लो ऑन आर पे। देखो साइन एक्स स्क्वायर क्या है, कॉन्टिन्यूटी तो है, बाउंडेड भी है, बट यूनिफॉर्म कॉन्टिन्यूटी आर पे नहीं है। ठीक है, मतलब ये समझना है मेरे को, बेसिक डेफिनेशन यूनिफॉर्म कॉन्टिन्यूटी का यही कहता है कोई हाई फ्लक्चुएशन नहीं होना चाहिए। मान लो ऐसे चल रहा है चल रहा है चल रहा है, यूनिफॉर्म तो चल रहा है, अभी चल रहा है, और अचानक से मुड़ जाना नहीं चाहिए, राइट? अचानक से कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए, यूनिफॉर्म चलना चाहिए, मीन्स स्मूथ चलना चाहिए, कहीं भी कहीं ज्यादा वेरिएशन, नॉट नॉट सो मच वेरिएशन, राइट? सो ये बेसिकली कॉन्सेप्ट है। आई होप यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड वेरी वेल। थैंक यू वेरी मच।